Right. Well, hello everyone, and we're back with Space Engineers. A bit of Space Engineers, yes, it does sound right. Right. I've not probably mentioned a few times, my old blueprints are still in the old computer, so I didn't bother transferring them over so I can make some new stuff. And, well, I kind of like a gunship, dropship style thing back again, so I've made this Sparrow. Which I've named it Sparrow because it has to be a bird. And, yeah. Good reasons. So, she's a bit chunky, very aircrafty. We have a cannon, because every good flying vehicle needs a. Do we have a tape measure? It's probably a 40mm, 70 maybe. Anyway, we have autocannons as well. So we have heavy and slightly less heavy ordnance to shoot. So she is a gunship, because there's guns. And it's kind of taking some elements off a Pelican in its inspiration, but a little less copycat this time. And yeah, she's capable in all environments. Can't quite escape planets yet. I am trying, but I haven't quite got the full thruster balance yet, so it can escape moons at least in its current configuration, which is like Mk 2. Or 1.2 should we say. She's got shite on the landing gear, because you know, more the merrier. Yeah. Cargo hook. Because why not? We got too many seats. Probably should have cut them off here. Also, I've got them. But yeah, too many seats to count. So yeah, a bit of work to do. Some things we've worked around, some things probably lightened, but you know, that's fiddling and tweaking. We have ladder up to here, into the cockpit. Batteries, more thrusters, and cargo back here for that. And over here is the cargo crate for different weapons. So this is where all the cannons and autocannon rounds will be placed, because they aren't linked currently. So yeah, she's currently maxing out on power with ions still on, but if you turn off the ions, she's just a bit maxing out still, but you know, that's more tweaking. But she's capable. Nimble, and yeah. And I'll be using her to lift some tanks around. So she's got some lift capabilities, she's quite good on that. Like I said, it's just power currently. And outer atmosphere escaping. Assault cannon, yes. So if we did this as an example of showing its ability to try and get it out of atmosphere. The Atmos are now losing pressure, losing power, because the power supply is physically dropping. So the issue is we don't have enough hydrogen to cover the lack of Atmos. And to be fair, I haven't actually turned off the hydros myself, to see if the Atmos can pick it up. So this is relying on pure hydrogen power. Can we actually escape this time? Because gravity is the same as the rest of the planets. But will we escape? At this slight angle. $9,000. And if we're climbing to 10,000. $11,000. No. Alright. And 12,000 coming up. Like I said, we're getting to high atmosphere. We're not far off getting it quite out just yet, but I might have just looked out because normally I'm catching again about nowish. But to be fair, that's because I normally had the ions turned on still. So at what point do we switch over? But I might have just proved myself wrong and got it out of atmosphere. She's not perfect, like I said, there's still a bit of power differences needed to get quite tuned in. But as I think I've just shown, it can, given enough time. Ion, turn the Mac on. And we'll press these again. Get us out of the atmosphere. Which is neat. But I think this is technically a smaller planet to the full size one, so this is an issue of altitude differences, so I said it is capable depending on planet. And if I can coax it out of the atmosphere. As shown, so yeah. Quite interesting, let's get us... I think we can definitely prove we're going to get out of the atmosphere quite easily. Let's just get us out of gravity well. Save ourselves time. There we go. And he's quite nimble for thrust control. Let's actually get back to spectator with a smaller camera speed. Let's talk about what generally I've done to this mess of a creation. It's kind of all cramped in with enough hydrogen, O2 generators and all that to fuel a couple. I think there's two large hydrogen tanks, small large hydrogen tanks here. Yes, they are. So there's a clean system showing how compact and armoured I've done it. And then this was added because it's like, well, it's inside space, which I kind of needed to boot up. And then, well, it'll be more like shoving some thrusters in here potentially, if you need more space. Under here, potentially, there's probably a bit more could do. And yeah, so she works, as shown. And is quite pretty, for being a flat, fine pig. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Slightly anticlimax, it's not much to fan over about this. It is just quite simply a dropship. I mean, I can shoot at it a bit. I normally do a bit of a test with armor and such, but you know, she's not really designed to get shot at too much, really. I mean, we could always crash it as a mock test. Climb the ladder. Let's grab that. I missed. So these autocannons are very nice for attacking small ships because they're quite punctured. It's like light armor anyway, so. Hopefully with this, we'll give itself the capability to attack small targets in this sort of gunfight, and or ground targets. And if it has hit harder, it can do, which is the idea for the gunship role. Though it is more dropship in nature. And that's because I haven't had any rockets or anything to wings or anything down like that, so yeah. This is satisfying. They just crumble like a wet lettuce under these. Let's have a quick look at the damage. Oh. Them walking on walls. There we go. And yeah. Well, the armor's kept up in places. But it hasn't in others. So we've lost a seat. Got a puncture hole here. More or less in bottom deck, which is quite interesting. Top deck. Seat still works. And yeah. Kind of just lightly mauled, should we say. This is mainly just hit some thruster parts. Still mainly okay. Worst damage has gone through here. But looks mostly okay. Thruster damage there. So yeah, like I said, lightly armoured, but enough armour to probably take a bit of a beating. And for fun, shall we crash land this for the end of testing? Oh, Atmos. They're on. We'll leave the irons on. So it's like mayday, mayday. How will we crash this? At full speed, hopefully. For a bit more of a cinematic style crash, I guess you could say. Even though it's technically perfectly fine. Like I said, I've lost an ion engine and a 2 Atmos, an Atmo, an ion. Which is a benefit for keeping as much thrust as I have on here, is that I can lose a couple and should theoretically still be alright. Other than lift department, depending on how much you lose. But we're having a bit of OTT on it. So, how we're going to crash this is a good question now. I kind of want to get it gliding, touch horizontal, and I want to skid, that's the idea. I want it to slide, and kind of come down like like it was floating in the air a bit, of trying to keep itself like that. And I wish it bounced, but it didn't. And the landing gear had that up, didn't they? But she can't escape. So yeah. Landing gear, quite good for crash landing. Let's try whacking that again. Saying I've lost all bar one landing gear, let's remove that. Let's try physically bellying it again. Let's go full tilt. Right, and then we'll throw it in like that. Cut power. So it's kind of done a bit of a bounce. And we're falling through the map. I don't want that. Damn SE and its stupid glitches. Ugh. Right. It's still mainly okay. I mean, we can do this proper style. Ooh. Surprisingly, it's not quite dying as easy as you'd think. I mean, I'm trying quite hard now. Come on. I'm trying to rip one of these pods off. But yeah, built like a solid brick. Oh, there's a proper scratch line. So yeah, its integrity and ability to fly when getting bashed in quite well. Let's fly with dampeners without. This would probably do it. Oh no. It's all light armor. There we go, that's proper. A proper whack. And what's it done? Not much apparently. So that damage has now caused performance to not change. And I think I've mainly crippled most of its hydro features, which is quite easy really. So it's not on remaining atmos, which is good. It flies with atmos at least. I've actually tested that too much. Come on. Try to see what breaks on this. But it's currently flying like a brick. I'm breaking the ground more than it's breaking me. Why is that leg still? Let's just nose dive into the ground while we're at it. Nope. It will not be killed. Despite my best efforts. Die! There we go. True, it is light armor completely. It is. It will not die. Oh well. That's been that then, I guess. It's perfectly fine. Right, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Goodbye.